I'm Anne-Marie Sesser from Little Mill.
And I'm Meg Killingsworth from Chestatee Elementary.
And while we are putting this video together, we want you to know that if you need more assistance, one-on-one training, you can always make an appointment with us at school.
So parents often say, how do I even get to Parent Portal? So if you were to go to your web page, and I'm going to pretend that I'm at Cumming Elementary, and I like to, from home, go to the www.forsyth.k12.ga.us and then / and then your school. So I'm going to go to the Cumming page. And once I'm there, all the schools have the same format. So if I'm on Little Mill's page, I go right here to Parent Portal. If I'm on Chestatee's page, I go right here to Parent Portal. So I'm going to click there. And when this pops up, we have two things that we can do. First off, if you already have your activation key and your username and password, you're good to go. You have to go to your office, your school's office, to get that, and the receptionist should be able to print it for you, or you can go to the Hill Center. So you bring your picture ID and you can get your activation key. So if you've already have that, you just go ahead and put in your username and password. If you don't have that, then you bring your ID and get it from the office, and then you would fill that long activation key in and hit submit. Then Parent Portal would prompt you on setting up your username and password, and you would go from there. So I'm going to say that I've gotten my information, and I'm going to log in as myself. A lot of times parents will come and say, I have forgotten my username and password. That's not a problem. Bring your ID and come to the school office, and we can do a password reset for you. The new password or the information you'll need will go to your email. And so that's why we've got to check your ID and just verify your email address. But right there on Parent Portal is great information for getting this set up, and also a contact. If you're not able to get a hold of us, you can always contact Cindy Little, our parent liaison for Parent Portal. So my account's going to look just a little bit different than yours. I'm going to log in, but because I'm a staff member, like, my picture is included, whereas when you log in, your picture won't be included. So here's all of my information. If you wanted to have the app, here's the information for downloading the app and getting that set up on your phone. And a lot of our parents have said the app did not work after the summer. I think the county pushed out some updates. So if you deactivate it and then put it right back on your phone, it should work with your username and password. We had lots of people come in and say their username and password was no longer working, and we think that that would resolve it. So when I open up my Parent Portal and I look at it, then I can click on my student. And this is great because if I've got one student, then the one student will come up, but I can actually toggle back and forth between my students in Forsyth County. So my Kristen is actually a fourth grader. I'm going to click on hers because she's got the most information with her grades. And looking on the left is all of my important ways to get into the program. There's some of these that I'm actually going to just ignore because there's not a lot of information, but there are a few I definitely want to go through with you. So the first one, if you click on the calendar, that's what's pulled up, and it'll show anytime a grade has been put into the system for your child, and it will also show those important dates. So for instance, we're on a professional development day, and that's listed right here on that calendar. If I click on schedule, I can see all of my child's teachers and any teacher who is working with her. So the specials teachers are listed, the homeroom teachers are listed. If your child's in ESOL or the gifted program or EIP or title, those teachers will be listed as well under schedule. I'm going to skip down to attendance, and this is where you can look back and you can see if your child has missed any days throughout the school year and kind of keep up with that. Knock on wood, we've been pretty healthy, so she has not missed yet, so that's looking good. And then we're going to go to grades. And this is where teachers are going to post grades. Now, in 4th and 5th grade, teachers have numerical grades and they have the 1 through 3 system or 1 through 4 system for report cards. In middle school and high school, you're going to see a lot of the numeric grades posted, and Parent Portal becomes a lifeline for you for communicating and finding out about those grades. So in kindergarten through 3rd grade, we're on our 1 through 4 system and our SP and N system. So this is great at the end of the quarter, but you're not going to get a lot of grading information until the end of the quarter. The other thing that parents need to know is that anytime a grade under 70 is entered, you might have it set up to get a notification. And so Parent Portal pushes out those notifications to you anytime a grade is entered that is considered a failing grade so that you're aware of it. But like I said, for K through 3, Parent Portal is a great communication tool, but not quite as important because you're going to get the report card every quarter. In middle school and high school, when your kids have 7 teachers that they're going to, this becomes a real lifeline for communication and knowing how your child's doing. So numerical grades are going to be entered up here. Any of the other grades are going to be entered down here. Moving on. We're going to go down to transportation. If you needed any bus information, what time bus pickup is, and that kind of information, you're going to have that there. And then going on, I'm just going to skip on down to messages. So the schools push out information on our messenger system. Here's where you can keep track of the messages that are coming out. You can look and see what's gone out. I don't delete anything because I need that documentation for my job, but as a parent, it's very easy to check those and then hit delete messages and keep up with a clean inbox. Also, looking down, you can go into your account settings and you can actually update any of your information if you have a new phone number or a new address, or if you need to change contacts, you can do that right here yourself without even having to contact the school to change any of that. You also can go to your contact preferences, and that's going to be how the school notifies you. So when you click on that, you can go into whether you want a text message sent, whether you want an email sent on things like grades, attendance, any information that we send you, how you want that received. And then your notification settings, you can also click if you want the assignment score sent to you, attendance, grades, all of that. So you can control how you're getting information from the school so that we can communicate with you. So that's Parent Portal in a nutshell. Like Anne Marie Sesser said, if you want to sit down and you need help getting that activation key set and username and password, we would love to do that with you. If you are able to do that from home, this video might help you with that. So thanks for listening, everybody. We hope that's helpful. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.